Hi, and welcome to Three Questions With. I got my buddy David, the 603 Realtor, with us. Hey, David, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Kevin. I'm excited to be here.
So, David, why don't we just start at the beginning? Give us a little bit of an overview of the market right now. What's going on?
Definitely. So I am the 603 Realtor. So I service specifically the Granite State, live free or die. The market's really interesting right now. It's very, very high. Anyone who's in the market as a buyer definitely knows that because of the prices. But on the buy side, there's also, speak to a mortgage lender, but record breaking lows for interest rates, making it really simpler in the context of before for first time home buyers and just all buyers to get that cash, that bank behind them to go buy a house. But on the flip side, if you're selling, it's like winning the lottery. I believe the statistic is 26% year over year in New Hampshire is what we've seen properties go from. And mind you, to put it into context, because 26%, what if I said 15, 30, 50, what's it mean? Typically, if you're growing 3 to 6% growth in your equity year over year on a home, that's great. So sellers, listen here. It's gone up on average 26% year over year. So if you want to sell, now's the time. It's like winning the lottery. So it's kind of it keeps going. Obviously, what we saw last year, prices keep going up, up, up. We haven't seen any change this year. They keep going up. So I just expressed to sellers, if you want to get the most bang for your buck right now and win the lottery, so to speak, I think now's the time if you're ready. And that's the most important thing. People have to be comfortable and ready before they make this big decision.
Yep. So, David, one of the things as I get older, I get wicked picky. So, I start looking at houses, just browsing for entertainment. Like, nope, doesn't have this. Nope, this isn't big enough. Doesn't it make sense for someone like me who's really picky to perhaps consider building instead?
I think 100%. And I think the reason why so many people are deterred from the building process is because even if they have the funds, a lot of times they have to put 30% down or some high amount to get a new construction loan. And people say, gosh, even if I can afford it, that's a big chunk of change. I don't really feel comfortable with that. Luckily, we have an in-house builder that does a lot of great things, but one of the programs we offer, which makes this so appealing to so many home buyers right now, especially sellers who, even though they might win the lottery, they're like, where do we go? Is we have a builder. They'll help you, shop for a lot with the agents, of course, and you can pick the location. And this is what makes it so great because you don't need a new construction loan to use him. Once you find the lot, you have a contract written for a house to be built. He will buy the lot cash and develop the project cash. So at the end, you're buying a finished home that's already built. You're not financing, the bank's not financing the project, the builder is. So because of that, you can just use your traditional financing such as FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, and you can totally forget about the hassle of new construction, make new construction a dream for you. The good thing about our builder is they do provide some really great upgrades in the house that most builders aren't going to do. We're talking things like a lot of times, forced air, hardwood floors on the first floor, really beautiful kitchens, vanities, and we give them the option so they can go to the designer, kitchen designer, architect, and really make their house their own. Because as you know, and most buyers in this market, if you're paying top dollar, you want to get what you want. And sometimes the only way to do that in this market is to either wait a really long time and then be on the ball, right? Or get with us, get with the builder, find your dream lot, right? Pick out from the architect a bunch of plans which you can customize, down to some of the finishes, and then really have your dream home and get what you want. And honestly, sometimes you can get these houses now with prices on everything, right? Like lumber and everything. Things are going to be higher than usual, but you may pay a little bit less or around the same going new construction, getting exactly what you want, as opposed to paying the same price, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less for something that doesn't really meet all your needs. So I think new construction is a great option, especially where the builder finances it and you can forget about the new construction loan.
Makes perfect sense. So David, you're super active on social media. Can you share just a couple of quick tips on social media, whether it's for realtors or any small business owner?
Definitely. I think one thing that most people look over is they look over their own community. They look over the people around them. Everyone wants to be, 100 million followers. Everyone wants to be famous. But you know, the reality is, how can you do that? How can you grow that large platform? And anyone really can, if you can't take care of the people in your own community. One of the things I'm focused on, not just as a realtor, but for my brand, is really creating this hyper local niche in my market. So when I go like out with my photographer, we're going to local landmarks in the community, maybe a bagel shop where everyone knows. So when they see that photo, you know, post on social media, they don't just see some guy trying to sell them. They see another guy, a professional, you know, in their community, supporting their community, being a part of it. And people say, huh, that's the person I want to go with. I don't want to go with someone who's just trying to sell me. I want to go with someone who's a part of my community. And I know that if I work with them, it's all going back in. It creates almost this feeling of like home, if you will. You know that person's your neighbor. You know that they're going to the same places you shop at. And if you just focus on social media on that hyper local community, you know, it's going to spill over and it's going to take you places. And that kind of leads into the second topic of that hyper local community. Everyone in your community knows who you are. So it forces you to be your true self or be genuine. So many people on social media or even in person, you know, they try to be fake, they try to do all this stuff, but that's the wrong thing. You have to get out of your head, especially on social media, that you're gonna get everybody. That's not how it works. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And as long as you're putting out good content, genuine content, that's yourself, that's all that matters. You're gonna attract those people in your community that are gonna come to you, and that's really your tribe, and it's just gonna spill over and go from there. But again, high quality content, really focus on that hyper local community stuff and be yourself. If you can be those three things on social media, it's time plus consistency, it'll eventually equal success. So that's not just for real estate, Kevin, that's for any business on social media or influencer, public figure, politician. Be genuine, focus on the community, and it's just time and consistency in that point. And you're on you're I don't know the expression I'm trying to get to, but you're going towards goal.
You're on your way. Yeah, good deal. Nicely said, bro. So what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more, my friend?
The best way people can reach out to me is go to Instagram, go on your iPhone and type in the 603 Realtor. It will bring up my account. You can send me a direct message there. There's also my cell phone number there, my email, my address. So everything, again, is going to be at the 603 Realtor on Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook or literally any social media site there is, including Snapchat and TikTok. And from there, you know, just send me a DM, private message, and we'll just begin our conversation.
Beautiful. David, I appreciate you taking a couple of minutes to jump on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you for having me, Kevin. I appreciate it.